She was just a baby when Angelina Jolie adopted her, and 18 years later her journey has amazed everyone. From an orphanage to glamorous red carpets, this young woman's remarkable transformation is not only impressive, but truly astonishing. Raised in the spotlight by one of Hollywood's legendary stars, she has overcome unimaginable challenges to become a strong and independent individual. With every step she takes, her story unfolds with new surprises and revelations that keep fans captivated. So where is she now? And what is she really like when she's no longer the little girl in the spotlight? Let's explore her life beyond the camera lens and the ever-evolving journey of growing up. If you find this story interesting, leave a comment with 1, if not comment 0. Don't forget to share the video and share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any more exciting videos. Now let's get started with the story. Saved by Angelina Jolie. When she was only 7 months old, Zahara was once a fragile child struggling with hunger in a refugee camp in Ethiopia. In one of the poorest countries in the world, where there are over 4 million orphans, Zahara was one of countless children abandoned. Children like her lived in extreme poverty, lacking food, clean water, and education. For many, survival was the only dream, and it often slipped out of reach. At that time, Angelina Jolie was dating Brad Pitt. Although they weren't married yet, they already had children of their own. Jolie was the mother of Maddox, a 3-year-old boy adopted from Cambodia. Maddox's story wasn't just one of the memorable moments in her life. It also reflected Jolie's deep commitment to protecting and caring for children, especially those growing up in difficult circumstances. Angelina Jolie is not only famous for her film career, but also for her tireless humanitarian work. She spent much of her time traveling to war-torn regions, where children had to live in poverty loss and without basic rights. She has always fought for children's rights, especially in communities heavily affected by armed conflict and natural disasters. Jolie's trips were not only aimed at providing aid, but also at raising awareness about global issues such as poverty, human rights, and the trauma children endure in times of crisis. She is not only a goodwill ambassador for the United Nations, but also a leader in campaigns advocating for children's rights worldwide. Using her voice and influence, she has tirelessly worked to advocate for change and support those in need. Along with her fame and influence, Angelina Jolie has become a symbol not only in the entertainment industry, but also in humanitarian work. She is known not only as a film star with remarkable performances, but also as a dedicated humanitarian with a deep commitment to global issues. Her efforts to bring about change in the world have made a lasting impact and inspired many people, particularly those in the entertainment industry, to engage in community-driven activities. Jolie has used her platform and influence to draw attention to urgent issues such as poverty, conflict, children's rights, and global health care. She has not only worked with humanitarian organizations, but also witnessed firsthand the dire situations in war-torn regions, actively participating in campaigns to provide aid and support to struggling communities. She has traveled to areas such as South Sudan, Afghanistan, and Syria, where she directly interacted with victims of war and poverty, creating a bridge between them and the outside world. Her efforts have been instrumental in raising awareness and providing vital resources to those in need. One of Jolie's greatest contributions is her work as a UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador, where she has advocated for the rights of millions of refugees around the world. Her involvement in humanitarian projects has pushed her beyond the confines of being a mere entertainment star, making her one of the most influential figures in improving the lives of those less fortunate. Jolie has not only dedicated her time and effort, but has also boldly introduced long-term initiatives and solutions to address humanitarian issues. Through her advocacy, she has played a significant role in raising global awareness and driving positive change for displaced people. In addition to her public efforts, Jolie has inspired her colleagues in the entertainment industry to engage in charitable activities. Many other famous stars have followed her lead, using their influence to rally support for charitable funds and humanitarian initiatives. Her influence has sparked a new movement within the artistic community, with a generation of stars now focusing not only on their careers, but also on the importance of contributing to society. Through this, Jolie has not only changed the awareness of global issues, but has also become a driving force for those with influence in the entertainment industry to participate in actions that have a social and communal impact. With all her contributions, Angelina Jolie has established herself as an admirable role model, not only as a star on the screen, but also as a woman with a big heart, always ready to bring about positive change in the world. Her tireless efforts in humanitarian work continue to serve as an inspiration for many generations of artists and other influencers, helping to create a better world for everyone. Through her actions and dedication, Jolie has shown that true impact comes not just from fame, but from the ability to make a difference and use one's platform for good. During a mission to Ethiopia, Jolie visited an orphanage where she found Zahara. The little girl was severely malnourished, and immediately Jolie couldn't take her eyes off her. Zahara's expressive large eyes and frail body pierced through the noise of the world around her, making it impossible for Jolie to hesitate. This was a deeply emotional moment that she would never forget. There's no denying that Jolie knew she had to act. She began the process of adopting the 6-month-old child, unaware that the story behind Zahara's abandonment was just as heartbreaking. At that time, everyone believed Zahara was a complete orphan. Reports indicated that her mother had died shortly after giving birth, with some sources suggesting it was due to postpartum bleeding, while others believed the cause was AIDS. Her father's identity was unknown. The only family she had was her grandmother Alma Bluin, a 45-year-old woman raising 3 daughters in the sun-scorched town of Awassa. Their home was a one-room hut on the brink of collapse. There was no electricity, no phone, and not even a proper roof. The walls were falling apart, and the only stove they had was placed outdoors for cooking. They had no comforts, only the bare essentials needed to survive. Alma had cared for Zahara during the first 4 months of her life, but with only $9 a month to survive, she realized that she could not keep the baby alive. Desperate and with no other options, she made the painful decision to take her granddaughter to an orphanage, hoping that at least Zahara would have food and shelter there. When Alma heard that a famous American actress had adopted Zahara, she did not object. She felt a sense of relief, believing that it was the best opportunity her granddaughter could have. In some parts of the world, the most loving thing parents or grandparents can do is to let go. Zahara was one of the lucky ones. If she had stayed in Ethiopia, she likely would never have gone to school, never learned to read or write. She would have grown up in a hut doing manual labor for $1 a day. Zahara's fate didn't just change, it completely reversed the script. After being adopted, she was brought to the United States by none other than Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Suddenly, the fragile Ethiopian baby awoke in a luxurious mansion, surrounded by art books and a family that truly cherished her. But while headlines painted a picture of a fairy tale rescue, Zahara's reality was much more complicated. Brad Pitt legally became her adoptive father, and with that, she was given a double surname, Zahara Jolie-Pitt. Her new parents loved her deeply and sincerely, but that love couldn't protect her from the darker side of fame. From day one, paparazzi camped outside their gate, relentlessly tracking Jolie and her young daughter with lenses longer than those used for film scripts. Then the ugliest twist occurred. A fabricated story claimed that the Jolie-Pitt family had planned to send Zahara back to Ethiopia. Tabloid newspapers celebrated the poverty of her biological family, twisting the story into something cruel and false. Reporters uncovered a truth no one had anticipated: Zahara's birth mother was still alive. Her name was Menawab Dawit. In a rare and painful interview, Menawab revealed the truth behind Zahara's birth. She became pregnant after being attacked by a man she couldn't fight off. She didn't even know the identity of the father. In her culture, talking about such trauma was considered taboo. Women are often blamed while the perpetrators vanish without consequence. Menawab gave birth to Zahara at home, but quickly realized she had no means to care for the child. She entrusted the baby to her own mother, Zahara's grandmother, hoping that the little girl would survive. While Zahara thrived in a bustling, famous family, Jolie continued to adopt more children and had 3 biological children of her own, making Zahara one of 5 siblings in a dynamic global family. But in 2017, when Zahara turned 12, her birth mother appeared in public once again with a plea, "Please let me speak with my daughter." The dynamics within the family had changed over the years, yet one thing that never wavered was Angelina Jolie's commitment to keeping Zahara connected to her roots. Zahara's roots were revisited. In 2009, Angelina Jolie boarded a flight with her 4-year-old daughter, Zahara Jolie. This time, they weren't heading to a movie set or a red carpet, but back to Ethiopia. It was Zahara's first return since being adopted. For Jolie, this was not just an emotional journey, but a personal trip with a purpose. According to a close family friend who spoke with People magazine, the trip had a powerful dual purpose: to help Zahara stay connected with her Ethiopian roots and to scout locations for a medical clinic named after Zahara dedicated to fighting AIDS and tuberculosis. This was not a performative charity act, but an investment in legacy, a way to make Zahara's story meaningful, not only for her, but also for others who share similar experiences. Jolie has long prioritized keeping Zahara connected to her heritage, and that effort extends to all the children in the Jolie-Pitt family. According to a 2015 Vogue feature, Angelina frequently took her family on trips around the world, traveling to Europe, Asia, and Africa, ensuring that each child had the opportunity to learn not only about their own cultural background, but also about their siblings' roots. With Zahara's 2 half-brothers in Southeast Asia, these trips became immersive, profound, and hands-on learning experiences, enriching their understanding of the world and their families' diverse connections. In 2021, during a Time 100 talk, Angelina once again spoke publicly about her daughter not just as family, but as something even stronger. She described Zahara as an extraordinary African woman, acknowledging the deep and personal connection Zahara has with her homeland. "It's a connection," Angelina said. "She can only admire it from afar because it's not hers. It belongs to Zahara's golden childhood." Before Zahara could even walk steadily, jolie-pitt had already traveled the world. Her early years were not spent in a quiet nursery. They were a whirlwind of continents, cameras, and cultures. While most toddlers her age were discovering sippy cups, Zahara had explored Paris, Tokyo, and Mumbai alongside two of the most famous people in the world. In November 2005, at just 10 months old, Zahara made her first international flight to Tokyo. Cradled in the tight embrace of Brad Pitt, with Angelina Jolie behind her holding her older brother Maddox, the little girl made her first appearance in a foreign country during the promotional tour for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The photo of Brad gently holding her was not just a promotional moment, it marked the beginning of Zahara's global journey. From Japan, the family flew to France, where the three of them were spotted enjoying the peaceful parks of Paris, immersing themselves in fleeting moments of family life amidst the chaos of celebrity. The following year, Zahara was in India, sitting on her father's lap during a serene boat ride. This was an experience that surely left more than just vacation photos behind. For a child born into hardship, this new world filled with sensory richness and safety felt like a dream come true. By 2011, Zahara was 6 years old and had already shown signs of elegance well beyond her years. Slender and graceful, she often reached up to her mother's waist, frequently seen holding Angelina's hand during their quiet outings together. Though she was about a year and a half older than her sister, Shiloh, Zahara appeared slightly shorter, but no less poised. In September of that year, Angelina took her two older daughters on a special trip to London to get their ears pierced. It was considered a sweet bonding moment. Zahara, always brave, volunteered to go first and choose a pair of elegant gold earrings, but as soon as the piercing gun touched her ear, her calm demeanor shattered. The sudden pain brought tears to everyone's eyes, and Shiloh immediately pulled back upon seeing her sister's reaction. Though the moment was small, it spoke volumes. The two sisters were bound by sibling love and empathy, learning together that sometimes even the most beautiful things come with a touch of pain. Zahara's dream wedding. At 12, Zahara and her siblings began expressing a simple, sincere wish. They wanted their parents to officially formalize their relationship. In an open conversation with CBS News in January, Brad Pitt admitted the truth: he and Angelina felt the pressure. The children, now old enough to understand, began comparing their family dynamic with that of their friends and started asking the difficult questions only children could. Why don't you get married like everyone else's parents? Three months later, in April 2012, Brad and Angelina announced their engagement. And just 2 years later, in August 2014, they said, "I do." In a private and intimate ceremony in France, Zahara was 9 years old, just 10 years shy of her 10th birthday, and was ready to take on the role of a flower girl for the wedding. The wedding was far from traditional. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's wedding was not just a grand ceremony, but also an intimate moment full of meaning and brimming with family love. Every detail of the wedding reflected the deep connection between them and their children. Jolie walked down the aisle in a custom-designed wedding dress, a dress that was not just a symbol of love, but also carried the personal mark of their family's bond. The gown was adorned with drawings from their children, transforming it into a unique, heartfelt tribute to their shared life and love. It was adorned with drawings from her children, the doodles and sketches transformed into a finely tailored garment. This was a beautiful way for her to express the love and bond within their family with priceless gifts created by the hands of her own children. Each child played an important role in this special day, with Zahara, along with her 6-year-old sister Movein, scattering flower petals down the aisle. Their involvement added a personal and touching layer to the ceremony, making it a true family celebration. This image was not only beautiful but also deeply meaningful, symbolizing the unity, love, and integration of the family members. It wasn't just a wedding. It was a celebration of family organized by the loved ones in their lives, a family they had built together over the years. It was a reflection of their shared journey where every moment and gesture embodied the commitment and strength of their bond. If you find this story meaningful and want to learn more, don't forget to share the video, and leave your thoughts in the comments below to let us know. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any other exciting videos. Now let's continue the story together. At that time, Zahara was almost at eye level with Angelina, even when her mother wore high heels during an outing in November of that year. Still, Zahara maintained her calm demeanor and unique presence. Though she appeared slightly shorter than her sister Shiloh, Zahara's maturity and composure were unmistakable. Her quiet strength and poised nature set her apart, showing a depth beyond her years. She not only displayed maturity through her appearance, but also in the way she faced the world around her, always gentle and calm despite the attention from all sides. The relationship between Zahara and her family members has always been filled with affection and strong bonds. They serve as a steadfast source of support for one another through all circumstances, showing a deep sense of love and unity that remains unwavering. For Brad Pitt, the wedding was not only a personal commitment, but also a response to the most important voices in their lives, their children. "It was such a wonderful day," he shared, "and looking at everything through their eyes made it so much more meaningful." Zahara not only got the wedding she had wished for her parents, but it was also a moment of unity for the entire family. It was a celebration of love and togetherness that transcended just the marriage vows, bringing the family closer as one. The wedding was not just a union of two people, but also a reaffirmation of love and commitment within the family. It was a moment of unity, crafted by those who needed it the most, an event that not only strengthened the marital bond, but also deepened the connection within the family. This special occasion was not only for Angelina and Brad, but for their children as well, where each child could feel the love and importance they hold in their parents' lives. It was a celebration that brought them all together, marking a new chapter in their shared journey. At this point, Zahara and her sister Shiloh had discovered something that brought them even closer: soccer. What began as fun backyard games quickly became a shared passion, often spilling over into intense matches. Their relationship through this sport brought a new energy to the Jolie-Pitt family, rooted in a spirit of playful teamwork and the age-old sibling rivalry. It became a bonding activity that strengthened their connection, providing both a sense of camaraderie and friendly competition. By 2015, soccer had evolved from a simple hobby to a family event. Zahara and Shiloh were often spotted chasing the ball across local fields, while Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt cheered them on from the sidelines. A particularly touching moment occurred in May of that year when cameras caught Brad gently kissing Angelina as they watched their daughters play. For just a brief moment, the two superstar parents were simply mom and dad, savoring a quiet moment of pride and joy while observing their children. For Jolie, those soccer matches were not just healthy afternoons, they were a lifeline. In March 2015, she shared in the New York Times about her decision to undergo cancer screenings and have her ovaries removed as a preventive measure. It was an emotionally difficult chapter, yet watching her children run across the green fields provided her with moments of normalcy and peace amid a time of uncertainty. These simple, joyful moments with her family gave her strength during a period of personal challenge. While Zahara was carving out her place in the family on the soccer field, she also began exploring the world of film. In 2016, she lent her voice to the character Mung Mung, one of the mischievous panda cubs in Kung Fu Panda 3. Prior to that, she had small uncredited roles, including a guest appearance in Maleficent 2014, alongside her mother, and an appearance as herself in All Access on VH1 in 2006. Though her screen time was minimal, fans began to wonder if Zahara might follow in her parents' footsteps and one day win an Oscar of her own. In 2019, Zahara made an impressive debut at another fashion and philanthropic event when she teamed up with the renowned jeweler Robert Pro. She launched the Zahara collection, a line of high-end jewelry introduced at select Saks Fifth Avenue stores in the United States and Australia. Her designs were bold, elegant, and carried her personal signature. Zahara unveiled the collection in unforgettable style, stepping onto the red carpet at the premiere of Maleficent Mistress of Evil, wearing her own creations, showcasing not only her talent but also her unique sense of fashion. Zahara made an impression with dangling 3-stone earrings, a sleek 18-karat gold ring, and an intricate bracelet, all from her own collection. But it wasn't just about allure, it was about giving back. True to Jolie's spirit, Zahara ensured that proceeds from her collection would support charitable causes, blending beauty with purpose. This initiative highlighted not only her design skills, but also her commitment to making a positive impact on the world. By 2019, the fairy tale had come to a close. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt had finalized their legal separation that year, marking the end of an era for one of Hollywood's most iconic families. For 14-year-old Zahara Jolie-Pitt, it was a period of quiet challenge and personal evolution. The ongoing custody battle between Jolie and Pitt dragged on, entangled in legal maneuvers and emotional strain. Amidst it all, Zahara navigated the complexities of her own life, remaining poised and strong in the face of it all. The dispute over custody and family logistics became the new normal. In May 2021, a judge granted Pitt more time with the children, a decision that was quickly overturned 2 months later when the judge was removed from the case entirely. The back and forth left the children, including Zahara, caught in a state of uncertainty. Pitt voiced his concerns about their emotional well-being, emphasizing how this instability could potentially affect them. However, Zahara has always remained calm, seemingly possessing a quiet resilience. She grew up amidst lawyers, tabloid headlines, and constant transitions, handling it all with the grace of someone well beyond her years. At 14, Zahara is not just a teenager going through adolescence. She is a young woman standing strong amidst the storm with style, strength, and a determination to find her own path, blending elegance with quiet power. Zahara Jolie-Pitt is stepping into a world that she, alongside her mother, is helping to redefine. Angelina Jolie and Zahara are not just talking about change, they are designing it. Their creative partnership took shape at Atelier Jolie, a bold fashion house with foundations rooted in ethics, art, and craftsmanship. Located at 57 Great Jones Street in Manhattan, a building that once housed legends like Andy Warhol and Jean-Michel Basquiat, this space holds history and now carries the growing influence of Zahara. According to Angelina, the choice of this location was not made randomly, but was a joint decision between mother and daughter. As Atelier Jolie is developing, Zahara's role is no longer in the background. In a rare moment captured by Vogue, Zahara and Angelina were seen together studying fabric samples, modeling for recycled pieces, and advising artisans. It's not just about style, it's about intention. Both Zahara and her brother Pax have even contributed to the design work, including personal creations and feedback on the brand. Pax helped refine the Atelier Jolie logo, while Zahara's voice shaped something even more significant: inclusivity. She advocated for expanding the brand's nude-colored sleepwear line to better reflect a wider range of skin tones, a suggestion born from her own experience. But Zahara is not only a person with artistic vision, she is also a devoted sister. Her relationship with Shiloh Jolie-Pitt is very special. While all the Jolie-Pitt siblings are known for being close, there is something uniquely captivating about the bond between Zahara and Shiloh. They share a language of their own, sometimes through fashion, sometimes through play, but always through loyalty. Shiloh often turns to Zahara for fashion guidance, and the two are frequently seen together in photos, exchanging smiles or whispering words, hinting at a closeness that goes beyond the camera lens. Their bond is one of deep connection and mutual support. Whether it was a quick shopping trip or simply standing side by side at an event, they moved like natural allies, offering synchronized support. That bond was never clearer than in 2020, when both sisters underwent surgery. During their recovery, they took turns caring for each other. No press, no headlines, just pure, sisterly love. It was the kind of connection that endures beyond the spotlight and the chaos of legal matters. It is a bond that lasts, rooted in genuine affection and unwavering support. Zahara blossomed. By 2021, Zahara Jolie-Pitt was no stranger to the red carpet, but this time she made it personal. At the premiere of Eternals, Zahara stunned the world as she stepped out in a piece of family fashion history. The sparkling silver Saab couture gown worn by her mother at the 2014 Academy Awards, when Angelina Jolie was at the peak of her career in Hollywood, was reborn on Zahara. Graceful, radiant, and entirely her own, the gown took on new meaning, showcasing Zahara's unique presence and style. It wasn't just a classic moment, it was a statement, a seamless blend of heritage and personality. Zahara's appearance turned heads not just for its charm, but for the quiet strength behind it. She wasn't simply borrowing a dress, she was reinterpreting it. Her elegance and fashion instinct have sparked a new conversation. Could Zahara be stepping into the world of fashion full-time? Zahara's calm presence, combined with her passion for style, has made her a rising favorite in the fashion world. And with whispers that she studied French during the pandemic, the most beloved second language in the fashion industry, speculation began to swirl about what might come next. Then on July 20th, 2022, Zahara made her biggest debut yet, not on the red carpet, but on a college campus. Angelina Jolie publicly announced that her daughter Zahara would be attending Spelman College, one of the most prestigious historically black colleges for women located in Atlanta. This was a deeply meaningful decision, marking not just a major milestone in Zahara's life, but also a proud moment for the Jolie-Pitt family. Angelina shared a photo of Zahara standing among her fellow freshmen, proudly referring to them as her Spelman sisters. The images captured the pride Zahara brings to her family, supported wholeheartedly by both her mother and father. This pride was not Angelina's alone, it was shared by Brad Pitt as well. Both parents expressed deep emotion and pride as their daughter embarked on a new chapter of her life. Zahara's decision to attend Spelman College, a university with a long-standing history and rich tradition of educating black women, reflects a meaningful connection to her cultural heritage and community. This journey marks not only Zahara's personal growth, but also stands as a testament to the Jolie-Pitt family's commitment to supporting their children in growing independently while staying rooted in their cultural identity. At the premiere of Bullet Train, Brad Pitt grew emotional when asked about his daughter's important milestone. "It's really beautiful," he said softly, visibly moved by the weight of the moment. When move-in day arrived, Angelina accompanied Zahara to campus where they were warmly welcomed and celebrated. Spelman College President Dr. Helene Gale and the Vice President for Student Affairs personally greeted them, treating it not as a celebrity visit, but as a family joining the community. A short clip from the visit captured Jolie beaming with pride when asked how it felt to be a Spelman mom. Holding back tears, she confessed with a trembling voice, "I'm about to cry." Her joy was undeniable. In December 2022, Zahara Jolie-Pitt joined her mother, Angelina Jolie, on a 2-day trip to Washington, D.C., not as the daughter of a celebrity, but as a young advocate with a mission. The mother-daughter duo traveled to the nation's capital to champion victims' rights, speaking out in support of the Justice for All Reauthorization Act of 2022. The proposed bill aimed to ensure that victims have access to critical resources, including official reports and evidence often lost in the bureaucracy of the justice system. Together, Zahara and Angelina met with lawmakers, members of Congress, and representatives from the White House to shine a light on the gaps in the legal system and advocate for meaningful reform. Still a college student, Zahara stood beside her mother with the quiet confidence of someone who wasn't there to be seen, she was there to be heard. But this wasn't Zahara's first time advocating in Washington. The year before, she had already taken significant steps to support the Violence Against Women Act. In those meetings, Zahara and Angelina engaged in discussions with lawmakers and grassroots organizers, amplifying the urgent need for protection for survivors of violence. They spoke not just as public figures, but as women, daughters, mothers, and allies. After their 2022 trip, Angelina took to social media to reflect on the experience, sharing a photo of the two of them mid-meeting. In the caption, she wrote with pride and urgency, emphasizing their continued commitment to strengthening protections for survivors, including children, communities of color, indigenous tribes, LGBTQ+ individuals, and rural populations often left behind by mainstream policy. Zahara's passion for advocacy isn't borrowed. It's inherited, nurtured, and now self-directed. Her presence in Washington signals a shift from supporting her mother's mission to shaping one of her own. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about Zahara Jolie and other inspiring voices redefining what it means to grow up in the spotlight. Has Angelina Jolie's sacred story of motherhood touched your heart? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any more exciting videos. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos.